Now, one of the biggest things that game theory also taught us, and this is really relevant to trading, and this may be a myth buster for you, is this. So let's start off with game theory, right? Game theory is essentially this. It is the study of decision making under uncertain circumstances. So conditions where you're uncertain of the outcome. It was originally developed to better understand economic behavior. So like why people are buying at certain prices, why people are selling at certain prices, why people decide to work for certain wages but not other wages. Pretty much the whole supply and demand thing that we talk about all the time in trading. With that being said, it's also used in many other areas as well. It's used in biology. It's used in like international relationships, kind of regular relationships, so like boyfriend, girlfriend, friendships, parenting, families, and yes, trading as well. As I suppose trading would classify as a place where we have to consistently make decisions under uncertain conditions, meaning we don't know what the market's going to do ever. Now, one of the biggest things that game theory also taught us, and this is really relevant to trading, and this may be a myth buster for you, is this. So when we go into trading, we tend to think it's something that is called a zero-sum situation, right? A zero-sum game. And what a zero-sum game is essentially where it's like you have two parties that are competing and they're against each other, meaning that if this is person A and this is person B, if person A wins, person B loses. If person B wins, person A loses. It's either one or the other. But the truth is, with trading and in many circumstances with game theory as well, these aren't always direct competitions. These aren't always zero-sum games. Unlike Squid Game, where someone must be eliminated, in real life, many of these conditions can actually allow for cooperations where both parties can win, and there's not necessarily an enemy in the situation. And this is huge for traders because, again, many traders believe that trading is a zero-sum game, right? Traders they're pretty much two parties in trading, right? There are buyers and there are sellers. And it's assumed that in order for a buyer to win, a seller must lose. In order for a seller to win, a buyer must lose. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it on kind of a base level. But the reality is this is not true at all. Now, not to get into a whole thing about buying and selling, because you guys know I can go on forever about like the psychology of price action, but to try to make this very simple, both a buyer and seller can profit on the same type of move. So you can see that you have a situation where two traders are doing two independent things, and it's not necessarily one versus the other. In a weird way, without even knowing it, they are working in some sort of harmony, right?